What's going on is the Wolf, and we back with another episode of the Wolf Has Spoken podcast. I find myself joined by my co-host, the one and only Right on Q Live.
Yes, sir.
No guest today. So, man, you already know when there's no guest, what's going on. Before we even get to it, let's talk about your week, man. Let's unpack.
Yeah. My week.
All right, that's enough.
All right, fair. How about yours?
No, it's fine. I'm feeling good today.
Okay, yeah.
So let me hear about yours.
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling refreshed. Had a regular week. Got a vacation coming up. Looking forward to that. I don't got to fucking talk to you for a week or two, so that'd be great.
You just off camera talking about how you're gonna be upset that we can't film.
That was off camera. Why you putting it?
I'm just saying, because don't try to get on track like, yo, fuck with it, motherfucker.
That's
like
what I always do, though.
Yeah,
like,
motherfucker.
I have to keep up the
you know what I'm saying? It's like, no,
on
camera.
Like, I really don't fuck with you on camera. Off camera, best friends. But how about your week, sir?
Damn, that was it?
You
didn't really watch no documentaries or nothing, nigga?
You know what's funny? I actually turned off 3. I kept running into bullshit.
Is he growing out of his doc horror phase?
Nah. The streets was giving me some bad product. It was, it was like,
oh, it was the dealers.
Yeah, it was crazy. I'm like, what the fuck is going on out here? Like,
he said 3 straight bad ones.
It was a drought. Shit was bad.
It was a drought. All right, so y'all hear that, man? Y'all filmmakers, man, get it together because my man is a serial documentary whore.
Absolutely, biggest.
And he had 3 this week, and none of them was good.
Crazy, bad Finney.
Damn. All right, so for me, my week was cool. This week kind of flew by, man. I feel like because we were just here, essentially, so it's like, okay, we back. So that was whatever. But, today, Wednesday, I got the call about being able to fly private on a jet.
Okay.
So I was able to do that today. That was a different experience. So that was dope. Monday, Tuesday.
I heard my boarding pass got lost, like in the conversation.
Yeah, it was like people I fuck with.
Okay, fair.
Like, you know how it's levels to friendship.
But it was
you're
the
not
off-camera vibe, though.
But you're not private jet friend level yet.
Fair,
like, you like, oh, you watching the game today
that's
level.
Fair,
like,
but,
you feel me?
But we ain't watching the games.
Because you got to wait for that invite. Right, but eventually you might make it.
When I get a buddy pass invite?
Like, let's not forget.
Okay.
When I asked, can I speak at the wedding?
This is smut.
No, I said, first of all, I can't, y'all eloping, so I can't even come to the wedding. Second of all, when I asked to give a speech, I was told no, flat out, no explanation, no nothing.
First of all, fuck the wedding. I'd much rather be on a private jet than at my own wedding.
Private jet over the wedding is crazy. But no, so all in all, but next time I'll put you up the list.
Fair.
Yeah, I'll put you up the list. I'll keep you
on
in
the
mind.
list.
I never thought you was, I didn't know you was interested.
Yeah, you can be on the list, not near the top.
No, I'm going to put you on the list. So if everybody who's on the list can't make it, you're definitely on the call list.
That's fair.
Number 12. PRN.
PRN is super crazy. PRN.
Let me make sure we got you. But
how was the experience?
Before I get to the experience, just wrapping up with the week. So my week kind of flew by. I work out a lot, but I've been actively playing more sports to just stay active. So I did a lot of that this week, and really just kind of like had to get some things in order because I had a lot of deadlines that was approaching that was stressing me out. So I had to kind of buffer and create more time. And I'm working on a business, so I've been just trying to get everything in order with that. So it's just like the waiting game, the process. But as far as in the experience, man, it was just different. Like I'm breathing different. I'm walking different. I'm talking different. I'm just who went on the plane, who came off the jet. 2 different people. Like my whole mindset is just different after that one. But I'm gonna tell you, man. I'm gonna tell you what was so dope about it. The convenience of it. You know what I mean? And big shout out to Vomos. You know what I'm saying? And just so y'all know, for the people that's watching, like I was able to have this charted experience by way of relationships. So I'll talk about the importance of, being a valuable person and nurturing relationships and how that can create these type of experiences that would have cost somebody $20,000, right? But before I get to that, just talking about my experience in itself, just the convenience of literally walking up to the Clearport and just walking on a plane with all your bags. You could have had anything in the world. Not that you should do that.
Relax.
But
I was just talking about shampoo.
You can bring shampoo
somewhere else. Like
toothpaste.
Wow.
The real size cologne.
What? The big.
You can bring whatever. You know what I'm saying? So you can bring the big bottle of cologne.
6.7. Okay.
Like this shit. And then when you on there, first of all, you could just walk home with food, whatever. First of all, before we even took off, my homie that I did get a +1 to bring.
Super crazy.
Yeah, he moved up. He been nurturing the relationship for about a year now.
Sure.
We make money together.
Yeah. I got sabotaged that. Fair.
Yeah. Cool. He was running late. The pilot come up.
Appreciate this shit, man.
The motherfucker was running late. The pilot walk up to us while we sitting there, like, let me know when y'all ready. Spirit, Delta,
fuck the air.
American Airlines, them pilots have never walked up to you and said, let me know when you're ready. They tell you got 10 minutes to get here or we closing this gate and we out. So just the little things like that is just like, oh, this is why it pays to be rich. Absolutely. Because the pilot works for me today. I'm not just a commercial ass nigga.
Different.
Like some motherfuckers in this joint. You feel me? So it's like,
first of all, I got global entry. Don't just talk to me like I'm just any type of nigga.
Oh,
like, I got global entry.
My bad.
I got some conveniency. It ain't there, but I got some.
I'm just saying, no TSA, no pre-check, no nothing. You just walk up, they say, let me see your ID. This is him. Get on a plane. But all in all, though, I'm grateful for the experience, bro, because it really was one of my bucket list goals. And what I've noticed about my bucket list is it's not happening the way I thought. Like I thought that, I'm gonna make this amount of money and I'm gonna that, and the third and do it. And it's just like God is just like, bro, you don't even gotta worry about that. Just keep doing you, keep being you. Think about it like this. On Wednesday, I had no idea that on this day I would be flying private jet. I got a call, I got this situation where they're trying to tap in and they need someone who can X, Y, and Z. You're the guy who came up. We want you to do it. Bet. So you telling me I got a business meeting on a jet and all I got to do is promote this motherfucker? Come on, like all day, every day. So it's like, and then in doing so, I was able to create a relationship with one of the partners at an actual jet company. And like, I would just like saying on my way here, like we about to be in the sky. Like literally, like if you want to do your wedding on a jet, let me know. If y'all watching this and y'all go to Vomos, in that regard, tell them Wolf sent you. Another thing real quick, I want to give a big shout out to Contract Correct. That's what y'all need to go to for all of your contracts if you're in business and for any legal advice and counsel regarding business. So make sure y'all tap in with them. My guy Derek Patterson, who also has an injury law firm, Patterson Injury Law. Make sure y'all tap in with him. He owns both companies and they've done some good services by me directly. So I want to let you know if you do go to them, they're good because I've used their service. So yeah.
All right. To pivot a little bit, I actually came across a story today. Before I ain't gonna say the story yet. That'd be a little dark. But just to kind of blanket the topic real quick, who's more, the guru, relationship coach?
Why I gotta be the guru?
I'm framing. I'm setting you up.
Oh, yeah, damn.
But no, like who's really more emotional, men or women?
So more is subjective. So I think. Define. Give me context.
So real quick, give me context. Lay it out there a little bit. So I feel like the common narrative is from men and women as women. Yeah. But I often accept and understand women be like, what? Men are more emotional. Men will fucking kill you. Men will do this and this and that, whatever. And I recently came across a story where a dude fucking killed himself and killed the wife, and it was a whole crazy thing, whatever. And I saw another post where a woman said like, men always try to throw in your face saying if there were no men in the world who protect you, and she's like, protect us from what though? And the whole
from themselves.
Well, the theory that what they were imply is that oftentimes women need protection from men though. No, and really not from of course women are catty, want to do selfish things and hate each other, whatever. But oftentimes women aren't inflicting these type of heinous type acts and crimes on each other. It's more so men doing it to men and women. All
right, so let's say this, right? To unpack a lot. When I was saying no, I'm not saying everything you're saying is like nullified and void. I was just saying like that one particular part, but I'll elaborate. So I didn't mean to interject. But as far as then being more, so I'm definitely still
being able to do that shit is emotional.
So I'm gonna definitely say that women are still more emotional than men.
Okay.
But I think that because men tend to hold in their emotions for so long, when they lash out, it's more dramatic. Women have a bunch of little emotional moments. Men have one dramatic outburst. So if you gauge them, it's like more is them. Worse might be men. Now that's not to say that a woman can't, but like you said, because women can lash out, but when men finally do let loose, it's not good. So I'll give it that. I'm still saying that all day, every day, a woman is operating in that space of emotion, whether it's happy. Emotion is just not anger.
Of course.
Emotion, men can be monotone for and it's just, I'm just here, I'm just neutral. Whereas though, it's always some type of emotional reaction response, whether it's good or bad. People tend to make emotion seem bad, but emotion just means energy and motion. So it's not something that can be stabilized. we feel, but because we have the ability to rationalize, we can put our emotions to the side. They unfortunately don't have that ability or that capacity to do so. Not that that's a slight.
They don't.
That's just biologically, not psychologically and biologically, just not what it is. This isn't a guru speaking. This is just what the statistics and the facts will show. But I feel like what a minute, not my research. Let me just say that.
Shout out to Sean on the other episode. He's like, women are genetically modified.
Yeah, he said a good term. I don't know what the term
genetically was. To psychology.
But it was a great term that I wish I knew. I could have
tear men ego apart. I'm like, oh.
That was a great term.
Encyclopedia?
But as far as to the capacity in which men can go, I think it's because they feel so disrespected. You got to understand, men are accountable people in a sense of feeling like you have to pay for what you do. Mm-hmm. And you have to be paid in a sense for what you. It's like either way. So it's like with that being the case, it's like if you disrespect a man to a certain capacity, he will harm you because that's his way of holding you accountable. Yeah. Having poor conflict resolution. I'm not saying it's okay, but I'm just telling you that's when.
And we familiar with those stakes.
But regardless, that don't got to be an emotion. Sometimes shit just have to get done. It don't got to be. That's not always an emotion. Like men harming men ain't always emotional. I've slapped people and done things not because I was being emotional, but because it had to be done. Right. And I'm not saying violence is okay, but I'm just saying. That's the reality of it. I wasn't like, oh, I'm pissed. Let me react off my emotion. No. So I can't give it that. Sometimes it makes sense to the man to do that in his own twisted thoughts and theory. That don't mean he's emotional. It just seems like that because that's how it's interpreted. Oh, he had to be enraged and angry. No, he could have sat down and be like, man, this motherfucker really super disrespecting me. There's no way other to go about this than to do X, Y, and Z. Again, I'm not advocating. I advocate against it. But because you posed the question, I want to break it down. So I feel like when they say, who do we need to be protected from? A lot of the times, women think that protection is just physical, but protection is everything that's not physical. It's only probably 5% physical because how many times do they even find themselves in an altercation involving physicality, right? Mm-hmm. So let's look at it like that. But a man's presence naturally can prevent a physical altercation. Mm-hmm. Because if a man thought about harming a woman and he found out she has a man in her life, a brother, a father, a boyfriend, a husband, a son, his intentions change. So like, I don't want to go through that because why? Because you're going to be held accountable. You understand what I'm saying? So when they say, oh, we need protection from what? They don't understand that there's certain boundaries that they don't even set that get violated on the day-to-day. You go get an oil change, they telling you double the price. You need brakes, they telling you more. You need to do this. You can't even walk in a store without a man messing with you. Now, I know that goes to your point of saying, well, protection from who? But that's just one point. Now, let's go to the other side of it. Protection from their own overthinking. When they can't find solutions, when they got to cry before they come to the terms of this is what needs to be done. And all of these things that a man could just cut to the corner and get it done. So it's not just physical protection, it's mental protection too, because if you can't figure it out, who are you going to call? A man to figure it out. So I think that, and in reverse, how I think women protect men, of course, women should protect a man's ego. Instead of trying to strip it, a woman should understand what a man is insecure about and not use that against him, but instead feed into what makes him feel empowered, because the better he becomes, the better he can be for you. So instead of saying about the man being this and angry and this and that, think about how can you extract the good out of them. See, because that's the maternity factor that mothers do, which is why a lot of men be mama's boys, is because they can lean on their mom to feel empowered. For the moms that are doing that, you know, some moms be on what they on, but for the moms that actually make their sons feel like kings, they look for that nurturing love, not for it to be like take care of me like my mom did, but it's just my mom is the only person that has ever made me feel like a man even when I wasn't on my shit. So a woman can protect a man's ego. Another thing, a man can guard the front door threats. A woman got to guard the back door, the people that's trying to come in, infiltrate and fuck up what he building. So it's like a nigga might want to tear you down by going at your chick. If she's not a strong-minded individual, she's 50% of everything you're doing, and she's responsible for the other half of your life. If a motherfucker infiltrate that, they destroy half of your foundation, which will in turn make the other half crumble. So a woman has to be strong enough to understand that it's going to be people that prey on the downfall of my man through me. And I got to be mentally strong enough to be able to withstand and stay loyal to the bigger picture. I'm not going to say stay loyal to a man. Stay loyal to the bigger picture, what the kids need, what the family need, and just being like that. So the protection is due on both ends.
Yeah, what about when bitches infiltrate on the man
That's
side?
a good question. So I think that a woman infiltrating would be how? Give me context before I even speak my perspective.
Sucking his dick.
I'm not going to say that that's infiltration, but I'm not saying that that's okay. No, I'm not going to, because when I think of infiltration, right? I think of being able to take away from. So if a man getting his dick sucked means he's no longer being present for his family, that's 100% infiltration. That's what I'm saying. I would impose the same thing. Like, oh, what if she just suck a dick? I'm not gonna say that man infiltrated, but I will say there will be collateral damage to the relationship on either end. So I wrote a book saying cheating is not cheating, not to justify one side or the other. I think, but that don't mean what I think don't matter. It's what's going to happen. In most cases, a woman is not just going to go suck a dick. So that's what makes it different. But if she just did say, oh, I'm going to go suck a dick, and that's what she decided to do, and then it's not really nothing other than that. I mean, I would say that it's different in how it's perceived, but the act is the same.
Words
Both parties are doing the same thing.
I see what you mean. I say words mean things. I see how you're saying may not be infiltration.
Yeah, I'm not saying, but I can see how infiltration of a man is anytime he's distracted from handling his manly responsibilities for his family. I'm not a nigga that's about to sit here and say that men are monogamous. I don't believe it to be. I don't care what the people on the internet say or how they feel. I feel like monogamy is a choice. Some men choose it, some men don't. And with that being the case, if a man has because you gotta look at it like this, right? Let's really unpack, right? You gotta understand it like this. I don't believe women to feel like men sleeping around is a true issue. I feel like the way that they perceive it is that whatever you give, they lose. So it's more of a you giving yourself to her, so I'm losing a piece of you more than I actually think they give a fuck about the act. Because if you think about it, men that are in other religions have multiple wives, and they have multiple duties and multiple responsibilities, and these women come together as a community understanding that they all will receive in an equal sense of what's due to them, and they cool with that. What tends to happen is a woman feels like she's losing her man to another woman, and that creates the controversy or the conflict. Not even controversy.
Everything you say is valid. However, I will say the difference, let's just say in these hypothetical situations, is in those different cultures, all those wives are on the same page.
That's not true. They're not always on the same page.
Okay, fair. I would say,
to my knowledge, you can share. And again, if I misspeak, I misspoke.
Right.
To my knowledge, they can.
You don't have to know.
As long as the man does what he's supposed to do. To my understanding, I'm not an expert on that.
All right, so I'll speak for the ones that are aware, and I would say the women that aren't in those cultures, they'd be like, no, because nigga, you was fucking her or married someone else. I didn't know about this. Like you said earlier, or earlier episodes, it's about the lie and the deceit about it.
Exactly.
Right,
and so I think if men would just honest, like within their approach, like, look, I ain't monogamous, but you would never want for nothing. A woman could choose if she want to deal with it or not. What tends to happen is a man go into it trying to protect a woman's feelings, because another form of protection that people don't often talk about. Men will lie to protect a woman's feelings.
Shout out to Jody. Jody said that.
I feel like a woman will lie to protect herself. It's like in the perception of how you view her, and that's just to the world, not just to a man. Like, she would lie to herself to protect her image to herself. Whereas though a man might look at it like, damn, if I tell her I got my dick sucked and I ain't give a fuck, she not gonna believe it. She gonna think it's more than what it is. So I'm gonna just tell her I didn't. I'm more like on the tip now at this age, like, yo, you know what? If you want that, just say that. And if she decide not to deal with it, then just understand that it is women out here that's okay with that. It's some women out here that say, yo, you know what? Don't bring me no STDs. Don't bring me no babies. Don't bring me no lies. Don't have nobody approaching me. And do you? Because they done been around the world and it's seen like, you know what? I've seen this to be a common trend. Now, some men choose monogamy and say, you know what? You're the only person I want to be with. But in more cases than not, the reason why it appears that, because women and men cheat the same amount, whereas the women might even cheat more frequent. It's just not as often talked about, because what man goes around saying I was cheated on? So the no barbershop talk is about how you got your heart broke, because you don't want to seem like a sucker ass nigga.
Hold your L in silence.
You hold it in silence, but that don't mean it's not happening. So I would just say, let's say it's equal.
So you would say it's equal?
I actually think they do it more, but I'm gonna say it's equal, just for the sake of I have no proof to verify either side of it. So I'm gonna just say, let's just say it's equal. Even though it's equal, we act as if it's only a man dominant thing. Like, yeah, because these niggas be cheating, but I cheated with more women. Now, this was before I grew as a young. You know how many girls I slept with that have. So it's like, just because I would never expose what I did with you, these people would never. But it's like, I had to learn that now at this big age, I won't even dare. I'm not with that. Like, me personally, I just look at like somebody happy in a relationship. I said it on the prior episode. I'm not getting into that. Like, I'm not, well, I'm in a relationship now, but I'm saying prior to me even being on one, I never was the guy that would fuck around with a girl that had a situation, because then that emotional shit come out and now you got a nigga hating you and all of this. And it's like, to me, I even tell you it's not worth it. Like, you got to understand what it's costing you to go at it. And it's like, if you feel like unless you about to marry her and you willing to really take her on, if you just trying to just infiltrate, don't do that, because it's ramifications that come behind that, and that's just not smart to me.
It definitely is. When I was younger, I definitely not that I was into it, but it's like I didn't mind it more so.
We seen it differently.
Right. Now I'm older. It's like I said, it's just like you said, I understand the stakes differently. It's like, do you really want to take the worst case scenario of this? Is it really worth it? Whatever.
That's a good point. Putting the worst case scenario in perspective. And then just the last thing before I even pass it back to you, it just in regards to that, just understand when we was younger, we had less invested. So it was less to fight for. Like if a woman just cheated on a man when she was 19 and 20 and all that, y'all just exclusively dating and y'all in a little relationship. But when you get older, it's like y'all got kids together, y'all married, y'all building something. This actually affects your life. You view it differently than you do when you just in a boyfriend-girlfriend type of situation. So I think that as we get older, we start to see that as men like, damn, I like what that dude is building. I'm not about to be the one to try to sabotage, not even because of what could happen, but just because I respect the process of somebody trying to build some great shit. I would never want to be the reason that shit crumble. That's some nut shit to me. In my personal opinion, all men don't got to see it like that, but that's just how I see it.
That's fair.
You know what I mean?
I know to pivot real quick. Once a while ago, you said some shit I vehemently disagree with, and I'm waiting to unpack it on the show.
Let's do it.
You said that.
Turn that off. You gotta turn that on mute, bro.
Yeah, we was talking about on one of your posts where you was talking about the concept when they say what do men prefer, natural versus BBLs, and women saying men prefer BBLs.
Where I say this at?
It was a post that went around, and it was a video talking about they asked.
It was my post. Oh, I just reposted it.
Yeah,
I remember that. I reposted it.
And they asked a bunch of men, what do you prefer, natural or BBL? And all the men on the video, I know how editing works. They said natural.
Narrative.
And then they asked all the women, what do you think the men want? They said, of course they want BBLs. So this is what I would say. I would say BBLs get a bad rap because it's often we often see, well, when we see the bad ones, it kind of like trumps all the good ones. And then naturals get gassed up because it's natural, but no. A fire BBL is better than most natural.
So you prefer a BBL?
I prefer a fire body.
Have you ever slept with a BBL?
Yeah. Oh no, I'm sorry. I lied. No, I have not. No.
So where's your
fake titties? But not BBL. No.
All right. So where is your stance come from to like? Is it just a visual of it?
Yeah.
Okay. So you would prefer to look at a done up body?
Yeah, I felt one. Yeah,
I'm not saying you never. I'm saying like I'm just asking because sometimes based on experiences, people have different preferences. Yeah. So
because I'm a body guy, so that's like a foundation of my.
No, I get it.
Okay, so to me, long as it look good and feel good, I don't give a fuck where it came from, essentially.
Yeah, and I'm not smutting BBLs. That's not when I reposted that. I wasn't.
No, it was, and your caption said this is smut for BBLs.
Come on, cut it out.
I can find it right now.
I personally. I like natural. I can't speak for all men. I hear men say on more than other occasions that they prefer natural from what I personally heard. But me personally, I look at it like it's a mindset associated with getting a body done.
I've heard that. Yeah.
So I prefer natural because it's like nobody respects nothing that they didn't work for, which is why you see people get the surgery or women get the surgery and then they bodies, they become... I won't shame, but you know how I go. And all in all, it's like when you go to the gym, it's just like you put the work in. It's a certain dedication, discipline, and mindset that's displayed in that process. So I would
shout out to the gym girlies, man.
Yeah, so it's
very attractive trend.
But even to have the wherewithal to whatever, they had a wherewithal to love yourself in a way where you're like, I don't want to modify myself. I respect that as well. Again, enhancements are always good. There's nothing wrong with enhancing yourself. But at the end of the day, to feel like you don't have to is also should be just as rewarded and appreciated. And I prefer natural without makeup more than I'll even talk about body naturalness. I care more about face naturalness and hair naturalness because in your natural state is when I'm going to see you 80% of the time.
I will say that's probably more, I believe that as being more common. I think
I never seen the BBL body shit though. You're not about to smut me into that.
I will find a post. You said this is a PSA for all BBL smut. Like this is what
I said. This is a PSA that women don't know what men want, and I stand on that because it's funny as fuck.
Hashtag BBL smut. I'm a repost.
Bro, I'm not against BBLs. But I'm a titty guy though. I like titties. I'm a titty. Like, but I like petite women with titties.
You can't go wrong. Can't go wrong with that.
I don't care for BBLs.
But I definitely feel like 99% of men will always say no makeup versus makeup.
So that's me. When I say natural and I argue, I'm saying the makeup conversation. The body conversation is a 2020 and beyond. I've been saying natural forever because I'm going to see you in your natural state 80 to 85% of the time. And 15% of being dressed up is a lot of fucking dressed up. So it might even be less than, it might be even more than 80%. So I got to like looking at you naturally. And it's just like what you produce, the fruits of our sex is going to be how you naturally look.
Absolutely.
So I care about that more than I care about anything.
I'm not even big on filters, to be honest.
I hate them.
Yeah, I don't like when
girls
just
my girl out every time.
Yeah,
I hate it.
Yeah,
I hate it. But a passion.
Stop it.
She posted today with a filter.
Yeah.
I hated it. I'm never liking that picture with the filter.
Yeah.
I'm sorry because I value how you look.
Yeah.
So it's like you don't gotta listen to me if I say don't use it, but I also don't have to interact with that post. And to be fair, right? My girl don't like all my shit neither. I'll be sitting next to her. She'll share something if I'm talking about something on a clip, and she don't agree with it. She don't like that shit, like flat out. So it's not like they not about to scorn me. Like, oh, he don't like all his girl pick. No, she don't like all my shit neither.
Smart on both sides.
And I don't get like, oh, but this niggas out here dying and like her pick. Go like them. I don't give a fuck. Like go like the pictures. I'm not one of them. Like go like do whatever you got to do. That
like
shit
monitoring is crazy.
It's like like you get what I'm saying. And it's like I'm not saying just it's green light, but I'm just saying like I'm not somebody that's about to be like monitoring. I'm not doing all that. I don't. But I was pissed one time. I'm sitting next to her and I made a good video and she scrolled like in front of me. Like right here,
it's crazy.
I'm right here.
Yeah, like,
I heard my voice.
Ike would never. Ike
She
would
said,
never look at rock.
I definitely turned the face. Definitely came.
He's done that for less.
Yeah.
Way less.
That was blatant, but no, go ahead. Talk to me.
Pear real quick. One of the things you said before as well, I thought was an interesting concept. Ones and twos. That a two can never be a one, and one. I don't know if I'm misquoting you. Twos never be one, and a one will never settle as a two.
I feel like we in the ballpark.
Okay,
I can't remember the exact quote, but I feel like we in the ballpark.
And I find it interesting. I'll lead with the words like I definitely consider myself oftentimes hovering around the two capacity where I'm totally fine with. We discussed before. I'm totally fine with being like a number two slot and just holding things up, laying the groundwork, adding to the framework, whatever. But I'm cool. Like, no, you got it. Hey, go take the shot. I don't care, whatever. But I've also operated as number one and also been just as comfortable in those spots, whatever. But also find, so I think you declaring saying like essentially that no, if you really a one though, you would never be a two. And so elaborate on that if that is accurate.
So,
whatever.
all right, so when you add your context, I won't say that I'm saying like hard stance ones, twos, because I feel like it's about being a good leader is also knowing how to be a good follower. So taking a back seat don't make you a number two.
Okay.
And taking a lead don't make you a number one.
Fair.
Sometimes circumstances call for either or, and you got to know. A number two has no desire to be a number one, is what I said. I didn't say they're not capable. I said they don't have a desire where it's like some people would rather be the vice president than the president.
Right.
And they like, you know what? I'd rather be involved in all the high level conversations, but you take the podium. You got to be the one with Secret Service and you got to be the one that they
never
try to
want to do it.
And I don't want nothing to do with that. But I'm involved just as much as you are, and my ideas are just as much well respected. And number one, don't have a desire to be, no, I think probably is even incapable. When you're number one, you desire to be there. You would rather run against another number one than settle for being a number two to a number one.
But wouldn't that be like a contradiction then?
Explain.
So if a one will never want to be a two, but a two
doesn't desire
to be a one, then...
Because I'm not saying a two can't be a one, but I'm saying a one can't be a two. That's probably what I said.
Okay. So
I'm saying a two probably could step in and be a one, but they don't want to. And I'm saying a one would never step back and be a two.
Okay.
So that's more so.
I think that's okay. I think I kind of.
Is it still contradicting?
No, maybe not. That's fair.
Okay.
But do you have any more thoughts about that? And
no. So to your point, I just feel like certain people, it's a personality trait. I feel like I don't go in a situation trying to be a one. Right, I don't think it's a conscious thought like, oh, I gotta be the man or da da da. Now certain things when I was young, I wanted to be the first controller and shit, so I had early signs. It was on the record.
Early signs.
It's early signs. My brother is actually the one that made me realize it. I created the 1-2 concept, but his philosophy led me down that road because he pointed out to me, he was like, bro, you're a natural leader. So even when you're not trying to lead, people gravitate to the way you are, and it becomes that, and other leaders are going to be intimidated by that in certain spaces. Because I used to be shocked, like, why is always this type of energy I'm feeling? Like, why am I always feeling? Because I could sit back and not say nothing, but the moment I speak, people want to hear what I got to say. And that's what he said. He was like, he's like, even your energy, a one can spot that and will know way before the room even pick up on that because they got to wait till you actually speak. The person already can feel that energy. So for me, it made me start to think and kind of like more so add to it. I'm like, well, let me think. Then I start thinking about twos where I'm like, I know people who naturally don't want that. They're capable, but they don't have that desire. So twos and ones blend because it's like, I want to be a part of this greatness, but I don't want to be the spotlight. Where the one don't always want the spotlight, but got the capacity to handle it. It could be a very strong introverted person that's smart as fuck, but don't want that, you know what I mean? And it might be somebody who's not that smart, but can deal with the ramifications that come with the spotlight better than somebody else. And he end up in a forefront, and he wants that, or he or she. Let's switch it out, because it's not just male specific.
Of course.
Like it's some women, and I think even in relationships, that's why I think two men make good with one woman. But I think when you find a woman that's a one and a man that's a one.
Wait, say it again.
A man that's a two, and that's, you know, they try to call themselves alpha women. I'm not gonna say alpha. I'm gonna call them ones. Women that are ones can work, because he's cool with letting her be the fucking the star of the show, the spotlight, you know, whatever. He's cool with that because he's just like, I'm cool with that. He's cool with her being the accessory, but she's a Rolex.
Gotcha.
You feel me? Whereas though it ain't like like I gotta be the man wearing the Rolex. He just like, yeah, you know what this is, and that's her. She light the room up. And I feel like when you got two ones, women and man, it's like a man is gonna assume that role in a sense, because in certain ways women naturally submit. That's like in certain areas that's not just the financial aspect and all of that, just naturally. And it's gonna always be that fight for her to feel like, because think of a woman that's a boss at her job. She don't leave that title at work. She wants that power when she come in the household as well. And if a man is a one, he's like, you don't run shit around here. And it's going to always be that constant clash of who you are at work is not who you are in the house. Now, we hear women reverse that and say the same thing to men. And I do think ego should be checked in at the door. But I'm just saying, in this particular element of the convo,
they don't want to let go.
Yeah, they're not letting it go. They want to be like, I tell people what to do at work and they do it. So you're supposed to do what I say too. And it's like, I don't give a fuck who you are at the job of being a boss and being this. When you come in here, you're my woman. And I think that's the whole, you know, to add more context to it. And we can unpack it as it develops, because sometimes I'll just be coming up with philosophies and I build on them as we talk about it.
Taking shit from your brother, I respect it.
He said nothing of the sort. But shout out to my brother. He's a very wise man.
Also, we both team fuck them kids.
100%. It's on the record. My kids
right. Let's get into the idea of gentle parenting.
Talk about it. I feel like you've been asking me, you've been interviewing me today, and it's fine. But I want the audience to hear you. Go into it.
So for gentle parents, so in my capacity, well, in my relationship with me and my girl, I'm just not that guy. Like, you know, I tell my daughter shut the fuck up, and I
do.
Like, yeah,
no,
like,
I mean I understand.
Yeah, like shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear that shit, and like I'll be totally fine. I literally
actually heard him. I'm on the phone. We having a conversation. Queen, shut that shit up right now.
Yeah, like,
shut that shit up. Not right now.
Yeah, literally. I feel nothing. Like I literally like I need you to shut the fuck up right now. Like, and
she's like, daddy. Queen, shut that shit up. Not right now. I'm like, nigga, she's 3 or some shit.
And those are, and I've been saying since she was 3 days. Like, but and those are the calmer times. And I actually am happy that she's gotten older now. We've had conversations yesterday where I know I'm so happy. I've been saying she's been born. I'm looking forward to the 4 to 7 range of like, you really further from the baby stage. Now you're just a kid and my best friend type shit, whatever. Like potty train, everything's done, whatever. Baby shit, and I need you to really shut the fuck up. Like the crying and tears.
I will tell you now, as a father of 15 years, it's never happening.
That's fair.
Now, if you got a quiet kid, like my oldest is chill.
She's not quiet.
Yeah, it's not happening. Because my youngest, it's not.
But no, you're right. They never shut the fuck up. But I need at least words. Like the crying.
She's a girl, so your girl is a what now? A woman. Dude, she shut the fuck up.
You're right. They never do.
So I'm telling you, it's never happening.
Yeah, I need her to read chapter 3 of my book. Just that chapter. But
I thought she co-wrote it.
Oh, that was my girl, not my baby.
Oh, the baby.
Yeah, I need the baby to read chapter 3. I need her to read chapter 3. But my point is though, whenever I snap, especially when she was a baby too, like I feel like oftentimes parents, like whenever even moms get like, sometimes you got to release the energy of a kid going crazy or whatever. My baby, she was colic when she was born and just fucking crying all the fucking time, whatever the fuck it was. And I really just have to, before I snap the fuck out, I always had, all right, shut the fuck. I had to let it out. My girl, whenever she had her moments, of course, women, they always fucking hypocrites. She would be like, don't yell at her, this and that, whatever. And I'm like, okay, so now you're judging me as a human. I can't release energy and shit like that. But whenever she snap out, I totally accept it. Because I understand you're a fucking human being. You snapping out, whatever. But any time that she would be like, oh my God, I can't believe I can't yelled at her. No. Oh my God, I feel such a terrible mom. Oh man. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Like, and it's like, so she's the gentle parent person. And I'm totally comfortable with being like, no, like, shut the fuck up. Like, especially when you like kids ain't shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
So Do you be at peace with it? Where is your balance?
I'm not a gentle parent.
Right, yeah.
So I have a thing where the day before the kids leave, I call it FDK Eve. And FDK stands for fuck them kids. So they understand now that it's FDK Eve the day before they leave every time, because I'm heavy on it once they're going. Like, I feel like I never get a real break. I'm gonna tell you why. Man. So like they try to make it look like dads are not. Everybody's 24/7 parents, even if, no matter how it go, if you're present, even if y'all don't live in the same house, right? Because if a problem ensues, you still have to fucking solve it. So what I realize I don't get a break is because I get my kids for, let's say, a week at a time, right? Now my oldest, she's picky, she chooses when she wants to come. She's 15 years old. But my youngest, for sure, every single week she's with me. Either it's 3 to 4 days that week or 7 straight and 7 straight. With the 7 that she not with me, I don't even want her to call me. Like, call and say goodnight, check on me. But why is there anything happening that I have to adhere to from this kid if I just had you? Now, granted, somebody be like, yeah, the job don't stop. And we're not talking about serious life.
Of course.
Threatening. For the dumb fuckers out there. Excuse my language. But we're not talking about life. I'm just talking about, like, it's like, you shouldn't be asking me for shit. Not saying that I wouldn't.
Right.
But I'm just saying, damn, if it's like, damn, kid, if I gotta have you for 7 and then talk to you for the whole 7, it's like, I might as well have you 24/7.
I ain't gonna lie. Rare moments.
Y'all live together. So
yeah, I be jealous of broken homes sometimes. Like, I might need to just break up and like,
but that's the thing.
Week on.
All right, so let me scale back a bit, right? Because I'm disrespectful when I talk. I got the audacity when I'm talking about never having a break when you actually don't get a fucking break. So for the people out there
literally just took a staycation recently just to get a fucking break. I had to just go.
So let me scale back for the people that's out there 24/7 living in the same household.
You don't get a break.
My bad.
You get some phone calls?
Yeah, nigga, my bad.
She walked to my bed.
Nigga, I'm humble.
Daddy.
You know what? I gotta mind the room. I'm humble.
Like, shut the fuck up.
You the big dog in this situation. I gotta chill.
Yeah.
But to your to your point or whatever the case may be, that's why I'm not in a rush to have a baby with my girl. It's like, I feel like I understand the luxury of that broken home shit. Not saying it's okay, but just being able to say, it's my week, your week, my week, your week. And, you know, I have a bonus daughter, so she has a daughter, and it's the same type of thing. So it's like, we do get breaks. So I understand, and I wholeheartedly know that the moment we conceive together, it's over. And I'm not in no rush to have that.
FTE no more.
FDK.
I'm saying,
fuck is FTE, nigga?
FT, yeah,
FDK.
I can't spell.
Fuck them. Fuck them kids. It's gonna be fuck the everything. Ricky on the kids said fuck the everything. But no, so getting all the way back to it. So I'm not a gentle parent. I'm very much like, I feel like I'm a dad. So it's like, I be having to realize I have daughters, because I'm heavy on a get the fuck up, stop crying. Now I got way better over the course of the years, but I'm by no way a fucking perfect dad. I'm no way a fucking Instagram dad who just makes TikToks, and I'm not a gentle parent. I curse my girl the fuck out. I curse my kids out, but they have the freedom to speak their mind as well. You understand what I'm saying? And I feel
after you get cursed the fuck out.
No, because I'm gonna speak my mind. We're human.
Before and after,
I'm not about to allow the world out there to make us feel like, now I feel like I'm a very considerate parent. I'm a very much like, if my kids can talk, they will talk to me. They're not shut down. I value their opinion. I even had to tell my girl about boundaries with the kids and making them realize, like, if they say we gotta knock on their door before we open it, we gotta knock.
Yeah, I respect you.
And in exchange, y'all motherfuckers better knock on my door. But when they fuck up, I don't take the gentle approach, because kids have to be held accountable early and young, or they're gonna grow up to be adults that's not accountable. So people think that it's good parenting to try to weather the storm and sever the blows of the kids bumping their heads and falling on their asses. I'm not that. So when I think of gentle parenting, I don't save my kids from destruction. I try to minimize it. So it's like, I'm gonna let you fall, but not smack dead on your face. I just want you to understand the consequences and ramifications to what you're doing. It's not good to solve your kids' problems. Teach them critical thinking by allowing them to solve their own problem. And when they fall short, you fill the gap. They go 90, you come 10. You don't go 90 and then they come 10, because then they get older and become entitled, and then you wonder why they talk to you in
more
than
10 to do shit.
Yeah, they're like you're a bad mom, the bad dad. The moment you say no, fuck that. And I'm real with my kids. Like, even if I can't do something, I explain myself. Not that I feel like I have to, but I might be like, damn, I know I said I was gonna buy you something this week, but you know, I'm not able to do it. I can do it next week. I don't gotta tell them exactly what happened, but I'm just letting them know, hey, here's an update on why you're not getting sneaks. You're not a bad kid. You're not being punished. I just don't have it, and I'll get it at this later day. that. So that's maybe the gentle approach I take. But everything after that, fuck them kids. Love y'all. Y'all know that. But y'all know what's up with me. Like, y'all know how we are in the household. Like, we don't gotta fake this shit for Instagram, for social media. Y'all my babies. Y'all know how we are. Y'all know what type of dad I am. And y'all know I'm standing on business.
Yep.
Like, flat out. My household got some structure to it.
Yep. And I'm the guy. Me and my girl got a vacation coming up.
Fuck you laughing for my girl off the camera. Because you know, she thinks the rules don't apply to her. I'm sorry. Talk about the vacation. But my girl thinks the rules don't apply to her. Like, I have
cases on all y'all niggas.
I have a wear your shoes around the house policy for the fact that we have hardwood floors and a fucking cat, and y'all getting in y'all bed with, and not to say that our floors are dirty, but the fact of the matter is, if it was carpet,
I would wear shoes.
No, wear your shoes because
wear the shoes.
Yeah, because we got carpet in the bedrooms. You don't gotta wear shoes in the bedroom, but on the hardwood floor, we got basement, we got all this. My kids will walk outside barefoot, come in, then get in the bed. No. Keep slippers on or slides, not sneakers.
Okay,
like
all right.
House shoes.
Got you. Yes.
Wear your house shoes. That's what they for. Wear the house shoes around the house. She don't understand that they see her. She just get up. I'm only going to the. I don't give a fuck if you only go to the, whatever. The only don't fucking matter. The moment the only don't fucking matter. I'm only doing this. Just follow the fucking rules. I keep my shoes at the door. As soon as I come in, I'll kick my sneakers off, put them in the basket, and put my house shoes on. And from the bathroom to the basement, the house shoes. Just wear the fucking. I'm only going to the. It's not even that big a deal. She be burning me the fuck out with that shit. Like, yo, if y'all can relate, she be burning me out with that shit. It's only this. I only did this. Every time she break a boundary, I only had one M&M. It's my fucking candy. Who told you to open it?
When they buy some shit.
It was only this. But you did. Oh, for sure. Oh, I only went to Target. Yeah. You weren't supposed to go nowhere.
It wasn't supposed to be nothing. It don't matter about the only. It was only on
fuck the only.
Yes,
but go ahead, Q. Talk about the vacation.
But we got a vacation coming up, and I'm the guy that's why I did my staycation. I said, don't fucking call me. I want to hear about it. You're fine. I'll see you when I get back, as long as the house still standing. So you
leaving the kid by herself?
Yes. No. I'm gonna use some fruit snacks and water and air fryer plugged in. No, she gonna be with my mom. But I'm a guy, when me and my girl on vacation, I'm not Miss Queen, you want to fix? No, I'm on vacation. Don't call me,
bro. Check my girl be asking me, do I miss the kids? No, I don't.
That's why they not here. They don't exist. They in the Matrix. They not here.
They about to call me and ask for something. I don't know. I don't miss the bills. No.
Yes, when we on vacation, my mom be FaceTiming my girl and showing my daughter. Don't bring that camera over here. I'm over here, minding my business, my fucking margarita. Know what the fuck I gotta do? Just don't exist. I don't know Queen. I don't have a kid. I want to hear that shit right now.
Don't ask me about nobody you don't see me with.
Facts.
What you talking about?
Oh, yo, Miss Queen. No. Why would I? It doesn't make sense.
No, I'm on your vibe, bro. I'm feeling that. Fuck that.
Looking forward to it. I'm plugging.
No, and I'm actually excited to hear you going on a vacation. Because I like to live vicariously through people when they out traveling. I really genuinely like to see people enjoying themselves, which is why I throw events, because I like to create experiences for people to enjoy themselves. Right. So when I see people like really having a good time and exuding good energy on the camera, I'm always excited about that. Like, I don't care for still pictures. Like, I can like it and be like, oh, look, nice outfit or whatever. But when they like active making that, I ain't talking about just like the twerking and the rah-rah shit. I'm talking about just genuinely, you can post a video just sipping your margarita, vibing some music, and I'm gonna be fucking with the energy. Like, hey, are you enjoying yourself? Because I'm an energy person, so I feel like I can feel the energy through the video. Like, if I see somebody just really genuinely having a good time, even when somebody's like getting married or something, and I just feel the aura in the room, even though I'm not there, I can feel that shit. So I always like, so I'm happy to hear you going on a vacation.
Appreciate that, sir. Super excited about the marriage, the wedding thing. I went to 2 weddings in the past year or so, whatever. And I will say,
you got some mature friends. But go ahead.
Yeah, I will say they don't know once.
My friends, you gotta get your shit together. I'm trying to put in a suit for a wedding, nigga. Give a speech. I've been waiting.
Take the PJ to the wedding. To the wedding. The suit is already on. But I will say the cliche about weddings that they real emotional. It is true. Like, it's really something about the energy in a wedding. Like, that shit, it just feel good. It's like everybody's at their best. Like, the couple at their best, people at their best. Hopefully it's good setup, whatever the fuck. It really is a great vibe and great time, whatever. Long ain't no bum ass wedding. You gotta have an open bar. You gotta be. Don't invite me if it ain't open bar. That's law.
Drinking ass motherfucker. Send my man an AAA membership, and it ain't AAA.
Say a social drinker gonna be at the open bar.
I had a drink today. Then I had a shot and a drink.
Shot and a drink?
Shot and a drink.
With some wine?
No.
The cooler?
I had the Patron Anejo.
Oh.
You big good? Boy. Yeah, pause. I'm out here. I'm outside. Private jet got nigga acting different. I'm outside. Like, where the fuck is the drinks at? And no, you know what's crazy? Guess how much I spent total today? $19.38.
$1,000.
No, $19.
I thought you bought the jet. I thought you bought the jet.
Nah, that's what I'm saying. The power of relationships. And my guy Liam, who was my +1, paid for all the food.
Wow,
for everybody.
Man, so I see why you brought him. That's
fair. You was never.
I was not doing that.
I wouldn't call Q. If Q was my only contact and I needed $15, I'm gonna tell y'all why. Because
here come the smut.
I'm gonna tell y'all why. Because me and Q, so Q does have equity in the show, so he gets paid when we get paid. So when Q also contributes to the expenses of the show, right? For his equity. So one time we got paid for something and the profit was $15 fucking. $15. When Q sent me his overhead, the nigga deducted his $15. I forgot. I'm like, yo, that shit was so funny.
He forgot.
But he didn't remind me. He just took the money. Like, it was like my bank account was in the negatives. And when I received the bread, it was short.
No worries.
All I could text back was laughing faces because I'm like, you know what? I respect it.
And it's funny.
Let me know what type of friendship I had.
It was so natural to me. When he finally responded to the letter, I didn't know how he was laughing. I didn't even think about it. I was like, no.
Dog, it was hilarious to me because, normally I always tell my friends, I'm going to get you back. I'm going to get you in one way. Like, if I don't get my 20, because if it's less than like 100, right? I'm not going to chase you down. Maybe, no, fuck that, 50. I might come for my $100. I might want it.
That's 75 when you ask.
Yeah, but $50 is like, all right, I'm going to find creative ways to get my money back. We just go through the drive-through. I'm ordering something. We go here. I'm not putting up gas. Like, I'm going to get my 50 back.
Absolutely.
And as we get more richer, the numbers will increase.
Absolutely.
But when you took the 15, I was cracking up because there was no communication. Like, I had to have context clues as to why it was short $15. And I'm like,
I would have gladly reminded you. Oh, no, so I remember.
Yo, that shit was funny as shit. But yeah, so I spent $19.38 because Lean covered the food, and the jet was covered by just being a valuable person. And it's not like, I won't say that, like when I say like jets cost a lot of money,
Absolutely.
like the bill was fronted on my behalf
Right.
because of the value I bring and the person I am. And I was just explaining that, like, sometimes just being a good person pay off.
Work as well.
It took my time for sure, because and on time I had to work to get to this point in my career.
Right.
So it's like, it's not a free trip,
Right.
but it's a exchange.
Absolutely.
The work I put in covered the cost of the jet.
Mm-hmm.
That's heavy to me because it's like, that just shows that you can be valuable in ways that allow you to do what the wealthiest people in the world do without having to actually obtain the amount of wealth that they have. So it's just wealth and just being a good person. But this is what I was going to say to change the tide a little bit. I feel like, especially in my most recent clips that I've been snapping, it could appear because in a lot of the clips that, I'm just like this super, I'm a fucking, I'm trying to feminist. I'm a manimist. It would have appeared I'm a manimist. Like, I'm just this manimist. But it's like, nah, I'm a man, right? So a lot of conversations that when I'm asked, I'm going to respond as what I am, a fucking man.
Right.
But at the same time, in reverse, I also advocate for men to be better for women.
Absolutely.
And I feel like I don't always post the clips in which we do that, but I also do want to take this time of the conversation to kind of like segue into that, because I do want relationships. My whole goal is for relationships to be better. Can I identify more problems sometimes that are I feel like a lot of what men do is already plastered all over social media or whatever the case may be. I feel like when I'm trying to add insight to women, it's never to tell them what to do or what not to do. It's to add perspective from a non-emotional standpoint. I'm not fucking you. I don't know you. So when I say this, if it sounds familiar and it triggers you because your man said it, it's probably because it has some truth to it. I'm not here to try to poke the bear or be this guy that's just triggering or just acting like I'm just like, yeah, niggas don't do nothing wrong. But I'm saying that if I can talk to my sisters and help them become better to be married, right? Because we see that as much as people try to act like relationships are a problem, people are fucking miserable right now. And it's like, I would much rather try to say, hey, listen, I have a platform. Instead of sitting here highlighting negativity, here's a few things y'all can do to be better. I have personally helped men develop to become better. Like, real life, really hold up. Liam, how much I hold you accountable in life? Every day. Like, literally, I'm big on accountability. So it's like, I do that with my friend naturally. And I do that now. When it comes to being on my platform and utilizing it, I just wrote a fucking book called The Art of Accountability. When I wrote it, it was for men. Now, we often talk about women not taking accountability, whatever case may be, but it was like for both, but it was like, you know, a man will become great after reading this book, so he should check it out. So this is how you do it, but you can't talk to men in a way you can communicate to women, because men have to feel like they discovered information on their own. So what I do is I lead by example. Any man that wants to be great is going to follow in my footsteps, or the footsteps of the man that he perceived to be great. I can't tell a nigga that's a C+ student to get up and do the work to become an A+. That nigga's a bullshit nigga. Women are more impressionable and they're more susceptible to being led. So of course I'm going to say, hey ladies, if you do X, Y, and Z, this can make you better. For the men watching, all I want you to do is model my behavior. If you look at me like a thorough individual, you might look at Q and be like, Q's thorough, let me model Q. Find a man that you can look up to, whether he older or younger, that's where you want to be in development, because it don't got to be an age thing. Somebody can be 53 and be farther behind than somebody that's 30.
Absolutely.
Find somebody that's where you at in your development and model their behavior. That's how you make a man a better man. We have to be taught how to become men, because if it's not taught to us, then how do we have those tools, those values, those principles, and that wherewithal to pull from in the toolbox to be able to become that? So, you know, I just wanted to kind of say that, because we have a lot of clips that's going to snap in this joint. But I also wanted to be known, if you're an actual listener at a podcast, like, I do most of my coaching to women. So they the ones telling me the shit that they're doing, which is why I'm saying, okay, well, let me try to help the global women out here. But I also learned that these women don't even want to be led nowadays. They just want to argue.
I could have told you that, sir, years ago.
I mean, I knew it, but I thought, I wrote 2 books. Maybe I can help.
I hate when I'm right.
But for the,
I really don't want to listen.
But for the guys, it's just like them niggas don't.
Yeah, that's why I thought the whole Kevin Samuels one of the most interesting things of like pop culture ever to me. Like his whole rise and the end of it, or whatever. Because seeing his whole shtick, I was like, I wasn't ever that caught up in it, but of course I thought it was entertaining and insightful, to say the least, whatever. And to see, and of course, I thought the thing about him I thought was interesting was, yeah, he bid on women and said what he said, but also he was just as accountable on men, though.
But it don't go viral like it do.
Rare, because also men could just be like, all right, cool, or
I'm just gonna do what the fuck he said.
right, or just be
I'm
like,
not about to argue with him. It's
I'm
true.
gonna just scroll, not be like
both. Yes, I agree.
Where women you got to engage with or whatever.
True
So
that.
anyway, though. Either way, though, this nigga wasn't a fucking pedophile or rapist, abuser, some scammer. So to see when he died, and it was like this such vitriol type energy, like, burn in hell, you fucking call me fat and say I should lower my standards and get a better job. It's like, okay, like I guess he's next to Hitler, I suppose. Like, guess they the same, because they're the same nigga, I suppose. He told you to go to the gym.
I'm gonna tell you why I feel like, in my own personal opinion, why women hated Kevin Samuels. Right? And it's the same thing I see other people in the space, and sometimes even myself, fall susceptible to, from both women hating and men hating. It's because the content gets taken out of context by the person weaponizing it against their partner. Right. So the woman is not even caring about Kevin Samuels and who he is as a person. It's her man who sent her the video of what he said. Now she hates both of them.
Bitch, I told you to lose weight.
You see what I'm saying? Like, now, you follow what I'm saying? But again, people, because I said men like to feel like they discovered it. But now that I'm thinking about it, I want to course correct myself and say people, because even if a woman comes across a video of somebody saying something that you said, she's way more receptive to it. Like, it pisses me off when my girl try to send me a video of somebody talking about something I already said. That's a pet peeve of mine. Don't send me that, because I don't need this information. This is no value to my life. Well, I was just trying to, why? I said
this to you yesterday.
You just keep it. It's for you. You manifested it. I don't need the reassurance that I was right. Just do what's being said. But she keep laughing because she knows this is true. But the fact of the matter is, I feel like they hated him because a lot of his content that went viral came off as if he was just like degrading them. But it was like, you gotta tear shit down when it's fucked up to build it back up the right way. That goes for men and women. But I also feel like it don't go viral. Like, I got clips. Yo, if you go down my page and watch all of my content, you'll see that I've got a lot of clips addressing men directly. Even a lot of clips putting myself out there, taking accountability and saying these are the areas I have to and have had to work on. And it's just like 30 comments, 1,000 likes. I fuck with this bro. It's inspirational, it's motivational. The moment I say anything that can potentially make a woman better, if she perceive it to be smut on her name or smut on the women gender or whatever the case may be, it's an immediate attack. And it's like, yo, that's why it's always gonna be, it's gonna always appear like them people like that is getting scorned.
I ain't gonna lie. People that engage with shit, they like really engage and be super involved emotionally, that engage with shit they don't agree with, I actually think they kind of retarded. And like, I think I've never seen anything that wasn't about me or involved me or about anybody I knew and was like, I can't believe you just said this. Or wait till I tell you how I feel. It's like, oh, you're retarded. Got it. Because it's like, literally, I don't give a fuck about something that's not about me or near me. Like
hit dog hollers.
Yeah, and especially a retarded one. Because I just don't get that shit at all.
Where we at, Rick?
Yeah, like, because I could, like, I'm about conversation, so I might see some shit. Yo, this shit was crazy. I'll talk to somebody. Like, yo, you saw this clip. What do you think about it? But to be on a phone and just like I'm gonna be honest. I've never been a guy that we talk about even our shit. Like you see in the comments. I can't just be looking through an endless pool of thoughts of people I don't know. Like that shit. Really,
what I will say is I haven't been reading the comments. It's too many.
I just can't do it. Like,
but I try. I never was big on responding to comments, good or bad. I never was big on it. But I am going to try to be more intentional about noticing people that showing us love.
And that's what I'm saying. I also know I'm not. That's I lack in marketing capacity. So I definitely understand if that's.
But I'm like hardwired to not do it since I was a rapper. I had to try to be like super busy kind of, and it's like I don't got time for the comments. But social media has changed. It went from being super private to be a celebrity to now you have to pull back the curtain and be extremely open and engaged to be actually have a community.
And about your advice too, I also give you that credit too. I told you like a while ago off mic, whatever. I'll give Wolf his credit when we had one of our episodes. He was talking about energy cleaning and giving clothes away and shit like that, whatever, and inviting more space, energy for more to come, whatever. I told you on the show, I'm gonna clip this. Show it to girl and say, clean shit out of this and that, whatever. And immediately went home, showed her the clip before it should even post it. Say, hey, look now, this is what we need to do, whatever. And I will give you your credit because also, she put some on my name because she like when she watched your part, she's like, oh,
don't you hate when they do that? But go ahead.
So I start talking like. I just added my 2 cents, just saying like I said what I said.
You also went right at her though.
I added my 2 cents, just said what I said innocently but accurately. And she was like, "Oh, why you had to say that part?" I was like, "Bitch, is this not shit accurate still? Why are you worrying about what And but moral of the story, that whole weekend took fucking 3 days. About 12 hours of work and 15 trash bags, all type of bullshit, and cleaned it all out. And I felt so exhausted, but refreshed that we did it. And now my only remaining thoughts was we didn't throw out enough stuff because now it's just like one pile of clothes. We can't figure where to put it at. So I've been contemplating just throwing that whole pile just in the trash by myself.
It's Goodwills all over the city. And they accept donations.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you, Wolf. Yeah,
damn.
All 15 of those trash bags went.
They went to the trash.
I'm sorry. I was exhausted. I'm
you
sorry.
You could have hit my phone. Yo,
I'm sorry.
Come get this stuff. Yeah,
I was not bringing 15 trash bags all the way to the Badlands. I was not doing it.
Well, if we were in that area,
right? No, Ricky lived in the Badlands. I'm talking about where the studio is. Like Ricky lives there. He be
telling people to come over.
He be on the bikes and shit. Like,
but all in all, though, to your point, though,
I
appreciate that. I appreciate that. But
I've been telling shit for 5 years. She never listened. So yeah, you did.
No, but I think that just happens. But for the most part, just for any man or woman that's seeking to be better, you got to be open to it. Your mind is only going to process the seeds in which are planted and which information that is fertile to. So if you're not even open to what's being said, you're going to be closed off. So it's like then you won't grow. You know what I mean? It's like if you say you want to be better and then better don't always feel good. And I think that's what people think. People think better feels good. No, to have a better body, you have to put in hard work in the gym and your body is going to be sore before it's better. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why they say it gets greater later. No pain, no gain. All of these different concepts were created to let you know that there's hard work on the front end before you reap the reward on the back end. So better don't always appear to be easy and good. Just because you think that that's how it should be. So sometimes these tough conversations have to happen.
Yeah.
I had to be honest with myself to get better.
Yeah. You worded that great. And it's funny because not that I'm some fucking super analytical robot nigga, whatever, but no, for the most part though.
You are. I wouldn't be surprised if you were.
Fair. I was gonna say I would definitely have whenever it's time to do something, I just have a default function in my brain where it's like the middle part don't matter because this what we just have to do.
You gotta do it.
We just gotta do it.
So have to be done.
Yeah, even though it wasn't my clothes, and I was fucking frustrated and fucking pissed off and tired. I'm like, she's like, you want to take a break? No, let's just keep fucking going.
No, it's funny because my girl always acts. Do you feel like do you feel like? How do you feel about it? Don't fucking matter. It has to get done. Yeah, because I don't want you to feel. It don't matter how I feel. This shit got to get paid for. This fucking road got to be traveled down. This process has to happen. How I feel while it's happening don't fucking matter. Like it does not matter.
Especially I gotta save your ass from some shit.
Yeah, like she think if she don't feel like cooking that day, then no, food has to be made. What the fuck how you feel?
I am hungry.
Because that's a responsibility. Like what I always say, whether I feel like working to pay these bills or not, I have to. So how you feel in the kitchen don't matter to me. If you need to cheer yourself up, put in a good song. But food has to hit table.
Turn the AC
when I walk here.
Lower, you know,
yeah, whatever has to happen to make you feel a little better. But the process is the process.
Just make sure fucking house slippers is on when you in the fucking.
And then her favorite thing, it was one time, 50 times
only.
Fuck the only. It was only one time this week.
I told her, that's my girl. I said she was mad about me. I like J.R. Smith. The cooking shit is little J.R. Because whenever she hot. She may cook 7 times in a row. Yeah. But then next week, 3.
So you ain't even giving her Tatum.
I'll take that. Cause remember when I said it, when I said it,
Tatum is a great player, but he had his
last time. I was like, I can't think of another person. I'm going JR. We go with Tatum.
All right, give her Tatum. Damn, upgrade her. She your fiance. You calling her JR? JR didn't even know it was 2 seconds on the clock to win game 1 of the finals.
I've seen her do it.
Damn. So she a little bit of both.
But no, Tatum. I roll with the Tatum.
But all in all, man, this is a great conversation. You know,
I'm actually looking forward to it. I told before you guys, no, we haven't had a no guest join in a while. I'm looking forward to get our shit off.
No, that's crazy. That's true. It's because it's been flying, and we were supposed to double down on our last film, but I was like rushing out here. I didn't know that was even a thing. But the fact that we were able to get this done, and it was a great conversation. Hopefully people take something with it. You got any closing thoughts? Anything that you want to say before we close out? Yeah, we landed a plane. Landing a jet today, nigga. Landing the jet. We don't do planes no more.
Yeah, peasantry shit. What? Landing a plane?
They don't sound like you got to
land a plane. They got to land a plane for you.
No, I told the pilot, bring it down.
Yeah. But no, yeah. I'm glad we got our shit off. I did off top of my head. I feel it was one of my favorite Jones in a while. And I told you since episode 4. I feel
we've been cooking.
I feel we've been cooking. So I've loved all our episodes, all the guests before, but I really enjoyed this one. Yeah, it was refreshing.
I appreciate it. And you know, as too, I enjoyed it. I felt like it was fun. You know what I mean? I enjoyed it. Like literally, like the not even just the content, but just the atmosphere and the experience, the engagement from our people offset has been good. So it's dope. So we hope y'all had a similar experience, or if not similar, then at least better. I want y'all to have enjoyed this because y'all just spent the hour with us. And 1 hour a day, a week, or whatever for how often we drop in can help you become better.
1%.
And we also want to get better, and we also want to grow. Y'all know what the tagline is. As y'all let people know, we grow. So we need y'all to share this to people. We don't want y'all to gatekeep this information. We don't want it to be your shit. We want it to be y'all shit. So drop it in the group chat. You know what I mean? Let the people get fond of who we are as well, and then have conversations about it. If y'all got anything y'all feel like we need to talk more about, any questions y'all want us to answer, any things y'all want us to address, you know what I mean? Any requests, whatever the case may be, leave it in the comment section on woofnetwork.wsc or on woofwsc or on Right on Q Live or on the actual Woof Network YouTube, which I would prefer y'all do it because we want to get that engagement up. But all in all, man, we just getting better 1% at a time. 1 day at a time.
Absolutely. Because don't be like Ricky. Because Ricky was never going to tell his girl about the show. And then she had to find the show herself. It was like, yo, you heard this show before?
Then he got mad and who put you on that shit?
Crazy.
And you want to know what's the worst part? Ricky is the producer.
It be your own people. He's like, oh shit.
Nigga, how do you go to work and don't come home and tell your girl what you working on? Like,
he's like, no. He's like, what you been doing today?
If you watching this, Miss Ricky, he's a savage.
He's like, what you been doing today? In the gym.
Chilling. Like, go run some ball.
Yeah, like.
Put some plays together. But no,
so don't be like Ricky.
Hashtag don't be like Ricky. All in all, though, this was good, man. Y'all can follow me at WoofWSC. Y'all can follow the network page at Woof Network. At woofnetwork.wsc, and then follow my guy Q.
Yep, Right on Q Live, as in the right side, Right on QUE Live.
Yeah, so until next time, man, we hope y'all have an amazing week. We hope y'all take something from this, and we hope y'all share this. Like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, the Wolf has spoken. Let's get it, man. We out.
Yes, sir.